Mhm.
There's something else out there maybe that I'm not, I was so closed off to before because I've always like resented the idea of God. And so yeah, they gave me the tool. And then the moment in my life where like I kind of shifted towards, believing was, my mom had passed, all this stuff was going on in my life. My friends were taking their lives. I was just in a really dark place, when
Mhm.
other things were going on in my life too. And it just felt like a lot to me, man. And I've always been that guy that was like, if you commit suicide, you're a pussy, like
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but like, and like I realized like, man, I fell into that own thing, man. So what am I like? Can't put down others for that. And you have to realize it's a real issue, and that's, mental health is a real fucking thing. So, yeah, one night I just like all that shit was going on, and I just decided to take my own life, man. I was like, I planned my whole exit, how I'm going to do it. I mean, leading up to all this, I was like, have heavily into drug addiction and just staying up for days on end, hallucinating, doing coke, whatever I can get my hands on, honestly. And I was sitting there in my couch, just like fucking gun to my head, just playing with the trigger slack and
Mhm.
everything, and just like not really wanting to do it, just like almost just like the rush of it, like I
Right.
wasn't really planning at that point. But one night I actually did plan my exit, and yeah, I decided I was going to go home and use my shotgun and just blow my head off in like a trash bag. And so, but before I did that, like my, my someone I knew had DMT, and I was like, I need to try that. I need to smoke it.
Mhm.
And so I went over there late at night, and my mom had left me a song that she wrote, and I just like let it play while I smoked a lot of DMT, like powder DMT out of a bong, and let it play by my head, and I just melted through, the couch off like the third hit, and I was just like not in control anymore, and I just sank through the couch into the floor, and then I ended up in a tunnel of light, and I was like freaking out, man. I was seriously like out of this world, like another dimension almost, and like I had no control. I was just floating, and then I turned around, and I wrapped into this girl's her arms, and like it was all warm, and I was like, oh shit, like felt like love in a way. Um, I turned around, it was my mom, like, and I was like, what? I was like terrified, dude, because like all I ever connected with my mom was, the drug addiction and
Mhm.
like the shaved head and like what's scarred in my head, and and yeah, so yeah, I fucking rolled over. I was trying to get away from her. I was trying to push off, and she was kind of like, she was just saying like, "Let go, sweetie, it's okay. Like, let go. I promise. I love you." And I was like bawling my eyes out. I fucking just let go, and we blasted off like light speed into like a different world, like, and like because I went down at first, and I fell through the floor, and now we went up somewhere else, like
Wow.
into another dimension. It was like, and I always call it somewhere nowhere. I was
Mm.
like, we're going somewhere. No, it's like nowhere to describe it really, but yeah,
Mhm.
we forgave each other, and yeah, I woke up out of that a different person. In my head, right? So a different person. I gave all my drugs back to my dealer at the time, and I went home and tried to. That was my turning point in life. That I was gonna do something with my life, and instead of taking this pain and resentment I had and just self-sabotaging all the time,
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn this pain into purpose, and I'm gonna help others with it and where I can. And I feel like, that was kind of my calling at the time.
So did you
And
feel like you found
here I am.
closure with your mom during that experience?
Yeah, I do. I really do, man.
That's
Like I don't
awesome.
like I always resented her. I always joked about her, I said dark things about my mom a lot. And yeah, I changed that aspect of my life. I don't view her as that anymore.
Good.
I understand that she had her own issues, like everyone
Mhm.
has their own problems in life. Like just
Yeah.
because shit didn't go your way at one point doesn't mean that you have to hate that person for it, you
Right.
know?
Right.
You can't just sit there because there's nothing good that comes out of like resentment
Mm-mm.
for your whole entire life. You're
Mhm.
at that point, you're digging into your own brain, and you're going to be resenting yourself, and you're not going to be a good person, and it's just going to drive you down and down and have you back into drugs, drinking, because there's one thing to drink and do drugs, and you're in a good mindset. I'm not promoting that, but I'm saying
Mhm.
there's a total different dark aspect to it, which I went through, and I don't want to see that, with my friends or anybody. And but I'm happy, and I wouldn't change a thing that I went there, to be honest, man, because
Mhm.
I needed that. I needed to feel that to like, you know, sometimes the only way out is through, right? And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you have
yeah.
to go through that shit. So